Alright, I have a battle here versus SkippyTheGreat from Smogon. So I tried to battle him that week that Wi-Fi kept disconnecting, and I thought he might use different moves, but he decided to be cool and use the same ones. So I kill off his Swampert first turn because Life Orb with Grass Knot kind of catches people off guard. So he goes to a Heat Ran. I don't want to take a fire move, so I go to Vaporeon, which would take pretty much anything except Explosion, but I don't think he'd explode so soon. So he goes to a Celebi, and I don't want to take the Leaf Storm, so I go to Heat Ran, and he uses T-Wave, so that's not really too good. And then he goes to a Snorlax, but I don't want to stay in here, even though I do have the Shuka Berry. I don't want to use it so soon. I might be able to use it against something more useful. So I go to Scarm and try to set up some spikes, but then he goes to a Suicune, and I really don't like Suicune because, you know, it gets Calm Minds and then it's like impossible to fucking kill. But I do have this Vaporeon which could Toxic it, and he brings out a Metagross predicting a Toxic, so that's good for him. And he's trying to go for Thunder Punch, so my Rotom could take those pretty well, but he gets Parahax. And that's not really that bad, but I'd rather have it not paralyzed. Right there, I thought he might go to Heatran, so I didn't go for the Will-O-Wisps. So I go to Skarmy, and I guess he predicts that, and he goes to Heatran. So I just did a shitload of switching, and I end up with Vaporeon out. And he goes for the Hidden Power, Grass or Electric. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's super effective against Vaporeon, and I know I could take a couple of them. So I'm just gonna sit here and pretty much stall him, which is like the only thing I could do. But he switches out to a Celebi again, and he's going for the Leaf Storm. And I don't want to take a Leaf Storm from it, because yeah, I kind of need my Vaporeon alive for that Suicune. So I go to Rotom for some reason, and yeah. So he starts Calm Minding with Suicune, and at the time this Azelf didn't have Explosion, but I'm really gonna fucking put Explosion on there because, yeah, Suicune causes this team way too much problems, and I can just explode on that bitch and kill it off. But yeah, he's getting more Calm Minds, and Vaporeon is faster than him, so I'm thinking it's gonna be defensive Suicune, not offensive. And usually defensive Suicune doesn't have the Hidden Power Electric, so I get a crit here, which means he's got like one more turn of poison pretty much, unless he wants me to kill him off. So here, judging by that, he was slower than Vaporeon. I thought he'd go for the rest of his turn, so I went to Lucario predicting his rest so I could Swords Dance. But he goes for the Hidden Power Electric, and I live it with 4, and I'm able to finish off the Suicune. But unfortunately, my main sweeper is gone, and my other sweeper is paralyzed, so things are not looking too good for me. But I still got a pretty good defensive core left, and I'll see what I can do from here. So yeah, like this Snorlax is out, and I guess he has Fire Punch for Scar, but I'm not too worried about it since I have leftovers and I could roost off all the damage and get up some spikes on the way. So that's what I'm doing, and unfortunately he's gaining more HP himself, but that's not too much of a problem since he can't really do much to Scarm, like I already said. So yeah, here I think I go for the Whirlwind, which I do, and he goes out to Metagross. So I don't want to take the T-Punch, and I'm gonna go again to Rotom. There really isn't anything for me to over predict. I just have to do what I have to do and hopefully take some risk later on. But I go for the burn, and he lets me burn. Good thing he didn't go to his Heat Ran. But I get to finish off the Metagross with the Rotom. So he gets a useless attack raise, and Rotom is sitting at pretty much full health, and he's got 3 Pokemon left. I think I got 3 or 4. Well, I have 4 at this point, but with this Leaf Storm, this thing like really fucking hurt. I didn't think it would do so much, but up to that point, Celebi hadn't hit anything, so I didn't know the item, and it turns out it had Life Orb, so that's why it killed Rotom. But against this Heatran, I'm really safe staying in because I do have the Shuka Berry, like I said, and I don't care if he goes for the earth power, but it turns out it doesn't matter because he predicts Skarmory to come in and he uses a fire move. So yeah, so the Sugar Berry's still intact, which can help me with this Celebi here, since it might try to earth power me and I could finish it off with an explosion or something. But he decides to rest this turn, which may have been pretty bad if he was defensive, but it turns out he's really offensive since Braver did a lot. And since I have 3 layers of spikes and he has Life Orb, he just decides to leave in Celebi to die, since when he comes back in, he's only going to have 1 more hit left. But yeah, I have 69 and I'm just going to Brave Bird the Snorlax. Even if he rested, I do have Explosion on Heatran like I said, so I just go and explode on that bitch. But none of that's going to matter, so yeah. There should be a link to my channel somewhere around here, so if you like what you see, go check it out. I have over 100 battles for your viewing pleasure. But yeah, comment, rate, all that shit, and I'm out.